It's a new dawn, it's a new day, and it's a new season for us. As welcome back, guys, to episode number 1 of season number 5 of the Road to Glory career mode. We're still in a job, yes, that's right. The start of this next season, we're still at Ajax. We'll be here for the foreseeable. Our manager rating is 50 rated. We managed to get past the board somehow, and we stay in a job. So, of course, as you were always doing, if you're new to the channel, tuning in into season number 5, I think we're about halfway here, maybe further than halfway. But don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe. Usually say it at the end. I'm going to say it at the start to you guys, as yes, there's still no jobs going. Always going to check them, as we're going to dive straight into this season. We usually get signings done and everything at the start, as we have Crystal Palace, Sassuolo, and Wolves. So it looks like we're off back to England for the the friendlies. And I've just realised we've got the qualifiers of the Europa League in that month where we play PSV and Feyenoord in the opening couple of games. We could be gone in there. Yes, I mean, I don't mean to put myself down, but jobs are hard to keep hold of, as look at the budget as well. Look at the budget. I'm going to put it to that. So we have 58 million to spend. And I think we've got a very decent team for the division we're in. So we're going to look at the board expectations. We are very below target, but they are as follows. 3 players from the Youth Academy. We did that at the end of last season, just a bit too prematurely, so we just need to get 3 more of those. 3 defenders as well, as we need to sign 3 players younger than 20-year-old with a potential greater than the average rating of those currently in their position. As then the brand exposure, get a streak of 5 clean sheets in away games, not at home, so we're going to try and do away from home. That's a tongue twister. As 1 crucial player to the midfield position. Now that's a shocker, because we've got Guido Rodriguez, Gustavo Hamer, Cubas, Davy Klaassen, and Berghaus, who sits in cam. Our midfield is good. As then continentally, we're not in the Europa League yet. We're going to beat I think it was a Turkish side in the qualifiers, but we're wanted to reach the quarterfinals. As then the Eredivisie, we must win it this year, and the Ranhe Becker, they're not taking one for an answer. They want me to win that again. And then the financial, which is high priority. Within the same season, sign 3 crucial players, but make a profit of 129 million. I think they want a team change here. And to be fair, I wasn't planning it. I'm quite happy with the majority of players at this squad. But what the board's saying is they want it all out, and they want all new ones in, including youth players, as we've got loads returning from loan. They look all pretty decent, I've got to say so myself. And maybe we sell Anthony this season as well, because he is 25-year-old, 84 rated, and of course he can contribute towards 129 million. A lot to digest at the start of that episode, as we're going to move into the window. As for targets, I haven't got anyone particular in mind at this moment in time, but of course we can grow to have people in mind. We've got to look around the leagues. I've got to look around jobs as well. I am going to keep on looking at those, as there's a performance review straight away at the start of the season, as we've got an offer from Metz for Danilo. Now, I think Metz isn't the biggest step forward in his career. He's in his prime, or going into his prime at 26. Definitely rejecting that one. And I do have players in mind on my transfer list, as I think the main position, although it was not that bad last season, is probably goalkeeper, to replace, of course, Gartner. As I'm going to make one change for this game. We do have my favourite player now fit. Can Klaassen play on the right? Not truly. Can Gustavo Hamer? I trust him more than Klaassen, because he is a bit faster, isn't it? As we'll go with this for our first game in this pre-season. There it is on the screen. As I feel like centre-back's still an option we need to go for. Harwood Bellis has increased in rating, but we can still improve there, as we're going to quick sim Palace. What is it going to be? It's a 3-2 defeat to the Eagles. That is not a good start to this pre-season. Fabio M, Danilo getting a brace, Adeyemi and Fabio M getting the winner. Okay, not the best start, as we've got another offer this time. It's 10 million and a player for Danilo, as Alex Blanco doesn't look too bad. But I don't think he's going to want to go to Cologne as well. We are going to try and keep Danilo here, unless a big boy comes knocking, which it's realistic to sell him, I would say. As I feel like I do want to make a signing before this next game. We've got the money to spend. I'm not leaving it last minute. I want to keep my job. I don't want to get sacked, but I am still looking at options elsewhere. because I think the win of a trophy is going to maybe get me a job elsewhere, as I feel like for the first signing we're bringing a player back. Per Schurz is at Newcastle United, the centre-back from the Netherlands, as he doesn't want to move back though. He's not willing to move to a league that isn't competitive for his skills. We've got Fernando on this list as well. I'm going to show you the other players. And we've got Stanfonov, which I do feel like is a goalkeeper I do want to go in for. His wages are high. Coming from Rangers? I could see that happening. Let's see if we can strike a deal. It would be a crucial player, of course. And Gartner would be replaced. Now, I don't think we'd get an 80 rated player in to the club, because they never want to bloody join us, as we'll submit 15 million. And that's just accepted straight away. Good on, well, it's not Gerrard anymore, but whoever's in charge. As he's a 6'4" big giant of a keeper. And the squad role, we're gonna be cheeky. Rotational, he wants important. Okay, you've got to try what you've got to try at the start of these saves, don't you? So he's going to want important. I'll give him a 1 year. He wants a 4 year. They usually want short when they come to Holland, as we'll give that. Disregard a release, but he does want a release clause of only 7 million more. I mean, I will give him it. I don't want that appearance fee, and I will give him the 21.5 a week. I don't think that's the highest at the club. I'm not sure, but at least we've got the position we needed the most. A goalkeeper. Stanfonov joins from Rangers. Very nice addition if you ask me. Very good with his reflexes, as Gardner can still be a backup if he wants to stay here. He is 25 though, so maybe he does want to offer his services elsewhere. I wouldn't blame him for that. I have gone ahead and loan listed most of the players that were on loan last season anyway, and most of the youth players, because then we can get more youth players through to fill the reserves whilst these are getting game time. Thinking far in the future. Don't forget to use subs. It's my assistant manager's job pre-season. As Frank van der Leij, he's got almost a 3 million worth. He's got to be decent. As yes, the academy is improving very, very soon. Look at that for a coup. He's now 67 rated at 17. Granted, he's a little bit older. If he were like 15, 67 rated, he would be one of the world's best. But still can be. Higher rated than DeLang, who was in the team last season. Get straight into that senior team. That's one ticked off. Looks like a very, very good talent. As we're going to go with the same team as well for Sassuolo. I want my best team fit enough for when the season starts, as we've been beaten 3-1 again. Well, not again, but 3 goals against us. Jeremy Danilo Tonali and Jeremy Boga wins it for the Italians, or the Italian side. I don't think they're all Italian, as Antuna's been developing very well. And Everton have put in a huge bid for our right back, Jorge Sanchez. That's probably after they saw him play. I'm going to delegate this one. I want my fair share of cash for him. So 25 million is where I will draw the line on the right back. I do reckon Kleiber can step up, as more bids coming in for his players here. Gremio want Mosquerta. That's not a forward career move. Sorry, I'm just going to reject that straight away. And Danilo, it's almost 20 million from Stade de Reims. Not going. And I've sent more scout reports out, as did you know, in this career mode, West Ham have been relegated to the Championship. That is not something I expected to see, as more bids is kind of what I expected. Getafe for Klaassen. It's above his evaluation, but I want to keep the captain at the club, as Danilo, they're getting higher to be fair. But Osasuna, it's still not enough. He was the top scorer last year as Wolves. I think we're already out of this competition unless it's a huge win. So we'll go same team. 3-0 again. 3 goals conceded as Jovic, Campagna and Totti get them. Not a good pre-season, and we didn't reach the final as the board wanted us to. We're just doing everything they do not want. As we're on to the league though. Nice win the race for Max Aarons. That's very nice to see, but I don't really care. I want to get some signings in and maybe play the first game of this season. Try and take a bit of pressure off, as Everton say they will pay 27 million for the right back. And after we've just got a right back in, that's a blessing in disguise. We are going to accept that. A lot more money coming into the club, as Vink's got a loan to buy from Fenerbahce, which we're just going to turn into a normal loan if it goes through. As I feel like this is our team going into next season. Yes, somebody just banged under my table, but Anthony is in at right-hand side of the wing. That doesn't make sense. Right wing. He's a right wing. As I still feel like the border a little bit right, and maybe another midfielder, but it's going to be hard to get an 80+ rated one to improve on Hammer and Cubas. Centre back. I mean, Harwood Bellis' stats do look very nice now he's progressed, but still maybe a strength area. Kleiber I trust. but I'm going to still look for right backs, and of course Stefanov's just joined. The forward three, I don't think we need to do anything with, and I can't wait to get that money from selling the player, as I'm going to go back to the transfer hub. I'm looking at more players right here. Fernando has gone to a club, and these are the ones I'm trying to scout. I mean, if we could get him into the club, which of course he doesn't want to join because we're not competitive enough, it would have been okay. We've got Chris Richards from the US of A. We've got Jeremiah St. Juste, which I'm really waiting on a scout report back from. The team will not sell this player, but we can negotiate directly with a release clause, so we'd have to pay a release clause on him. And then we've got Hwang Hee-chan, who's of course recently gone to his club. And our manager rating's going up with the money we've made from Jorge Sanchez as RB Leipzig. Here we go, big bid in for Anthony. Delegate. I've got to be ruthless. Even though he's not played well at all for me, 60 million is his price tag. Nothing less. And no, that is no joke, as I think I might have found a new centre-back right here. He's from what's it called? Vitesse, isn't it? He's in our league, so he should be a little bit cheaper. He'll definitely want to move to somewhere in our league. And why not come to the future title winners? It's Danilo De Hecke. We're buying from Inland. And I guess that is what happens kind of over here in Holland. They do buy a lot of players from the team as they want Victor Jensen in a swap. That's the biggest no I will ever have to put out there. As we'll offer 14 million. That should be accepted, I feel like. 14.7. Good enough. And hopefully this guy can be the next Van Dijk. I mean, his age doesn't really show it. Wants an important role, probably over Howard Bellis, alongside Musqueta. A 4-year contract length, that's okay. Except no release clause. And the wage is completely fine. 11.5k. Signing on bonus as well. We've got our new centre-back through the door. The defence will be strengthened. That's what we're trying to do, and we're going out there to do it. He's a lot slower than Howard Bellis, but I'm going to have to put my trust in him, as that looks like a more sure defence. Of course, I'm gutted to lose Sanchez, but we do have a really good right-back on the bench right there in Van der Laan. And Kleiber, I feel like, can do the business till he comes through, as Stefanov is in goal as well. Decent. That's, of course, what Joe Hart would say, as Anthony... Okay, first bid that's come in, they've actually gone up and met the price, so he will leave the club. Anthony, 60.3 million. That's good. Of course, he didn't play much for me, as I'm looking at these two midfielders and thinking we've got another one on our hands. I said it'd be hard to get one. Relegated Said Benrahma would be such an addition. I'm going to go in for him. I had this guy in my Chelsea save seasons back. Never ever used him. I used him in my, of course, West Ham save, but then did sell him on after Season 1 or Season 2. So 17 million. They've been relegated. Moisey accepts, as now it's just onto a contract. Rotational, once important. I can drop Klaassen back alongside Hamer and have Benrahma in front. That's what I'm kind of thinking at the moment, and I'm actually happy thinking about that, as he does want a hefty wage. We can pay those now, especially with Anthony going out. And this guy could even replace Anthony on that right wing. He can play every position. Welcome to the club, Said Benrahma. So far, 3 signings I am very proud about, as we have got more reports right here. Look at that, 17-year-old Roberto Silvestri. Oh my days, that is a really good player that we're going to try and get our hands on. But I think he did move. I think I was scouting him whilst he was a free agent, as Van der Laan has got a loan deal, and I'm actually going to reject that right now. I don't want him going out on loan. I want him to be our actual backup. I feel like he can be it, as he's got to be it for this first game as well. We play Hervenen, as there's no youth players just yet, up to the rating of 60. They're all under 17 as well, so they're still getting their chance. As yeah, it's these, then PSV, then the hard games. One last browse of a job. Got to be cheeky like that, as what's the profit looking at now? 70 million. That's okay. Still not what the board want, but it's good enough for me, as this is the team. Pereira is going to have to be in the reserves. This is the team that we are playing. Safanov, the new keeper, in goal. Kleiber, Musqueta, Doki and El Karauni at the back, with Cubas, Hamer and Klaassen in front of him, with Said Benrahma, Danilo and Uriel Antuna on the left. He remains. It's a new player in that front three, and hopefully it's a new era as Ajax manager. Can we win the league this year if we stick around with this club? back at the Johan Cruyff Arena, and let's call it a new era here, shall we? As De Keyser is in goal, Boschinowitz, Drevesic, Miranda, Kaib, Congolo, Akchugobi, Garnica, Uzri, Halaj and Diagne. We've got to walk all over these. Need to put out a statement of intent as Uriel, keeping the ball right here, gets it off to Cubas into Davy Klaassen. He's going to go backwards into Gustavo Hamer as Danilo picks up it right there. That's a terrible ball across, but we still do keep it. This is good football to start this game until we give it away with a pass. But Gegenpress. Let's get Jurgen Klopp's tactics going. It's great. It's into Antuna. Around the corner to Cubas again. And Klaassen's actually got there. It was a terrible pass. As Hamer around the corner. Cubas with a chance to cross right there. Looks like it was going into Danilo before it was intercepted. Not the worst of starts, as this Doheki guy's actually called Danilo as well in game. Just an extra H in the name. As we're going to try and get that around the corner. He's definitely onside, is Antuna. That's a decent ball in. And it's over everyone. Can we hit that on the volley? Hamer! Oh my days, if that went in on the volley, that would have been good. It was a weak shot, to be fair. Keeper just parried it away, though, for a corner. He's going to whip this in onto the head of Kleiber. Falls to Davy Klaassen, blocked on the line. And there's the use of a hand in there, not by the keeper. And we will get a penalty kick in this first game of the season. Very, very nice start. Can Danilo dispatch, though? I'm going to go bottom right. Can it be the first goal? It can. Keeper sent the wrong way. They've got an injury. 20 minutes into this one. 3 points pending. Very, very nice start. Beautiful stuff. It's a finish into that bottom bin. No keeper saving that one. And we have our opening goal. Just need to keep on going with that because we've been utterly dominant. I mean, they haven't been in our half yet. As Said Benrahma now running through. He's a decent player. Klaassen onto the edge of the box where Cubas arrives. It's hit the leg this time of the player. Good job he didn't use his hand. And of course concede a pen as Diagne forward. It's into Akubji. Now across the field to Hajjal. And Hajjal cuts inside right there. He's going to give it back to the man in the middle, as that's the best chance they've had of the game. And can we even counter from it? Antuna has pace. So does Said Benrahma. He has a little bit less, but still can run. He's around the left back. Men in the middle. It's a decent ball. Antuna heads that round. It's Danilo who gets his volley actually across net. Not the best. El Karauni to keep it alive. Onto Gustavo Hamer. Can Hamer give that out? He can. El Karauni round the corner again. Antuna whips it in. Looking for Klaassen. And it's still the old problem of never killing games off that's haunting us right here, as they're running into the corner a little bit. Need to try and get this ball. Chasing it around. Blocked with his feet. And he's going to let it go for a corner. If they do something from this, I'm going to be devastated. As what can they do? It's going near post. Benrahma with an easy flick away. And Uriel Antuna with the pace to run away from our little box right here. Actually, he's run out of our half. This is a great run from Uriel. Keep on going. The pacey Mexican now can cross it. What a run. Ball just to the keeper, though. Could have been something, but not. As Antuna, though, poking one through to Danilo. Again, not a good ball. And it is the old-aged problem. Not killing games off before half-time when we're utterly dominating one of the halves. These are going to come out in the second, I guarantee you, and put up a more of a fight as Antuna gets the ball around the corner. Can we try and do something here? Davy Klaassen on the edge with a finesse and straight to De Keyser, who throws that rather abruptly to their defender but still can't get the interception in. Hamer should have got that, but it does end 1-0 at the break. Still, I'm moaning. We have the lead. It's a decent start to the season if we do get just the 3 points. There's still 45 minutes to go. And what is going to happen in this next 45? Mosquera into Davy Klaassen, into Cubas, as that's good passing right there. Gustavo Hamer into Danilo. Danilo with a smart turn out. Just can't get his pass across to Uzri, though. And Garnica to try and run it away. Can we get a tackle in? We do. Antuna. That's forward to Danilo. First time it wasn't near it. Almost there, though, as Hajjal puts the ball through. Mosquera into Davy Klaassen, who's going to run away with this one, and he's going to pass it across to Antuna. Can we put that over the top, looking for Danilo? That's a good ball, that. Flicks it on with a high header. I think it was going narrowly wide, as that's a terrible throwing out from their keeper as well. And debut boy, Benrahma, goes to absolutely hammer it straight at the defender, pulling his shirt off his back, as it's round to Klaassen. I'm going to try and lay that off to Kleiber. First time ball, that full power, back post. Still, Antuna runs straight past that, and we still can win this header, or just pass it in. Very, very, very dominated by us. Still this second half, I was wrong as Kleiber, chance to cross it, foot just blocks it. And can we hit that with Benrahma? We do, again, blocked. Don't let them counter as well, because this has been utter dominance, like utter. We've had every single chance, and we've just thrown everything at them. Still can't score the goals though as Congolo. Please no. Chips it in rather badly, and Cubas, good job he did not handball that. Of course, we've only scored from a handball ourselves, even with all these chances and bit of possession, which I'm not happy about, especially that touch from Cubas as well. And utter dominance again, as we've got 13 minutes left of this game, and Davy Klaassen round the corner to Antuna. Can we finally make this 2? It deserves to be. El Karauni now into Antuna. That's into Danilo. That's a good ball, but still, it seems sloppy this season, Danilo. You should be keeping that as a striker and hammering that second touch. He took way too many and got caught by the defender as Stefanovic gives it back. And can we actually finish this job? They scored too late on against us in the season before when it was 3-2. Don't let them do something here. It's Stefanovic running down the line. I can't say his name without hiccuping. We did get the tackle in as Danilo cuts inside. Benrahma, please, you've been very, very lively on your debut, but still something missing. And it's your forward runs, as there we go. We've got a little bit of one on here. No one really in the box. We'll hit and hope. Straight to the keeper's gloves, but literally just 3 minutes left. Don't think we're going to go top of the league with just a 1-0 win, but it is, of course, 3 points. And goal difference usually doesn't settle a league. As Antuna round the corner as well into El Karauni. Can we whip one in here? That's a better one. Keeper catches it again. Danilo's a target man. Why is he not making himself a target? As Stefanovic passes it backwards. And we do get the win. But God, we were dominant. For only 1-0, we put a lot of effort into that game. I would have wanted more goals, but maybe I'm being greedy. We'll take it though. We will take it. Sparta Rotterdam top of the league. Vitesse second, and we are now third, as I will simulate up to the next game. Not play it though. We'll see if we get any offers in. That's helped us manager rating as well. And it's PSV Eindhoven, who haven't won their first game though. That's a good sign. The league winners not winning, even though they did hammer us last time, so I still need to be careful. As Fulham putting a bid in for Jensen. No. 20 million's his price tag. Yes, I said it. 20 million, even though it's nowhere near his evaluation, because I just love the guy. That's that simple. I feel like I'm going to end the episode right here. Still looking at jobs, as I meant to click on calendar. PSV, go ahead Eagles. 2 rounds in the Plamina, whatever round it is, and Feyenoord in that as well. Very, very tasty rest of the month, along with transfers. So thank you guys for watching this episode right here. Like, comment, share and subscribe with the notification bell on as well if you're excited for season number 5. Like I said, in my opinion, we're like halfway there. Maybe less if you guys stop enjoying this one. Of course, I'll get another save up and running. But I feel like there's a lot more to win in this save. So stay tuned. Take care. In a bit. And peace.